Hello, everyone. Welcome to this very special stream on this very special Sunday evening. My name is Marco, and I'm here today with. And I forgot your name already. Good start, Adam. No,
Adam, yes, it's Adam.
Hello, Adam. And this is the new coach of our brand new DOTA team. Hi, Adam.
Hi man, how you doing?
Pretty well, pretty well. I joined on the last minute here. I think we're good.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, great to have you all. Great to have you with us now for the organization. And yeah, for today we planned a little show match with some Q&A stuff also, so people in chat can get to know you and the team obviously. And yeah, if any viewers out there already, let me know how stream quality and audio is. Also, how Adam and I differ in the volume or whatever. Just let us know and we'll figure that out. You can also ask some questions. But yeah, I see you're already in the draft. So Adam, do you want to say something about this new Munich eSports team?
Yeah, so I've been coaching them for a little while now, just jumped on board recently, so I've been coaching them a bit. This is like their show match with Munich eSports, so excited to see what they can do. Yeah, we can introduce the players and stuff when we start the game, so I think we can get cross that bridge when we get there. One thing I do want to point out is I just do have a bit of feedback, which I'm sorting out. Okay, cool, I've sorted that out, sorry about that. Yeah, cool. So they are in the draft, so I think we can take it away there. So I'm going to just switch over to in-game.
Alright, so obviously I'm at Munich a bit longer. Currently here for 2 years since the founding, but obviously I know fucking clue about Dota besides what I've seen in some like TI watch parties. So you have to basically carry me through this game as well as maybe some of our viewers who might not know Dota as well, and basically pick it up from the base. Obviously I have some knowledge about gaming in general, so you don't have to tell me how to use a mouse, but yeah, everything else is pretty new for me. So I'm excited to learn from the best, of course, what it is all about.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd carry me on the casting part, because I'll be honest, first time casting a game. I'm more than happy analyzing it, but casting it's very different. So I'll try my best there. So yeah, no worries. Yeah. So first pick from Munich eSport is Marcy, which is kind of a staple top meta pick. Nothing surprising there. Very strong, versatile hero as well. It's very strong on support with BKB. Can hunt down cores. One of the best supports at doing that. So quite a good pick coming out from there. And then I don't know how to pronounce this team, so if you could. I'm gonna butcher it. Main hat. Sorry, man.
I think the audio on my part is not coming through, so there might be something with the recording of your desktop audio, which
Okay.
is failing
I
currently.
think I
Do you s-
might have sorted it out. So let's see if that's coming through now.
Okay. So if I talk, there is like the bar is going up and down.
I just keep speaking.
Or yes, if
Yeah.
I talk.
Yeah, I can see the bar. Okay, cool. I think
Okay,
that should have
great.
sorted that out.
All right. Yeah, chat. Let us know if you hear me now. And I've done all the intro for nothing, but no worries.
Sorry
Okay,
about that.
yeah, so the other team is actually an organization we know very well. It's called Erster ECF Frankfurt, and their team name is Manhattan. I guess that's a bit on a twist
cannot
on
pronounce
Manhattan.
that, so I'm gonna call them EC.
Yeah, Frankfurt basically would be the short one.
Okay, cool. That's
So
fine.
they're a friend or organization of ours, and we're pretty happy that they were up to this little show match we're doing today. So yeah,
Okay, great.
let's see how it goes.
Yeah, so they follow up with Enigma Tiny. Enigma is quite a popular offlane at the moment. Tiny, I'm assuming, is Pos 4, so what they've done there is they've just opened up with a fairly strong offlane duo, which allows Munich to at least adjust with their carries, knowing what they're going to verse. So I'm quite surprised they picked up the DP. I thought they might have picked up the gyrocopter. As you can see, it was banned third there by Frankfurt, because it is a hero that's known to counter Enigma in the laning phase. But Munich just decided opted to not take it, so went for the DP instead, which is going to most likely be their off-laner along with Marcy. So it looks like both teams have, in essence, revealed their off-lane duo. So let's see how the draft progresses from here.
Okay. So for me, who like played a little bit of League, the laning system is a bit different, I guess. So it's not like mid lane, top lane, jungle or whatever. Could you explain a bit how this lane setup works?
Okay,
in
so
DOTA?
yeah, I think it's very similar to League except for the jungle part. That's no longer a thing in Dota. It used to be, or maybe in very low rank games. But in the pro scene, and at least like from when people start playing competitive, there's the top lane, mid lane, and safe lane. So you get Radiant and Dire. So Radiant is the top team. You can see like all the colorful bushes and stuff. They Radiant. They will start on the bottom left hand side of the map. So their off lane is the top lane. Mid is the both for the same teams, and their safe lane is bot lane. And the inverse for Munich is their off lane is bot because they start on the top right, and their safe lane is at the top. The reason for this, why it's called the safe lane, is just your tower structures in your safe lane are a lot closer together, so it's a lot easier in your safe lane because of where the towers are situated. And if you know anything about the league, towers obviously offer some sort of protection and buff in the early game, so that's just why they called safe lane. And from what I was saying earlier, both teams have kind of picked their off lane duos, which is their harder lane generally. So we'll see how it goes from here. All bans are complete, so they're opening up with the second phase. Okay, so Enigma, there's his ultimate is called Black Hole. It's basically what it does is like pulls all enemies into a black hole, and like it pierces like all BKBs and stuff, meaning there's nothing that can counter it. It's just like it pulls all enemies in for duration, so it's known as like the best disable in the game. Another interesting part is they picked Silencer, and as his name suggests, his ultimate silences everyone, meaning they can't cast spells at all. It's just quite literally silences all in-game sounds as well, which is kind of funny in my opinion, because it silences all your in-game sounds, like from audio to music to everything, just goes away.
Okay, that's very interesting.
So the other reason it's interesting is Silencer is known as the hard counter to Enigma, because it is one of the few spells that can stop Enigma's ultimate. So it's kind of interesting to see them on the same team.
Alright, so it's basically a pick to prevent the enemy picking them without having to ban Enigma Silencer.
Correct.
Right? Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, Munich is going with Chikira. It's kind of just a strong position 5, and position 5 is kind of just like your support. So it's just in essence a strong support. It does well against Enigma a bit in lane, but nothing amazing. Sniper is, as the name suggests, long range carry hero. He's going to stand at the back and just dish out damage without you realizing it. He's just a sniper, very low mobility but extremely high damage. Which Sniper's one of the best carries versus Enigma in lane. So, but that's kind of expected, because if both teams pick their off lane duo first, the enemy team should have a safe lane duo that somewhat does well versus it. So no surprises there.
They expect it to be countered in some form.
Correct.
Right. Okay, I'm pretty interested, or I really like that the names of the characters in some cases very descriptive of what they do in game, because in other games you have like or you have here some with special names. I guess the newer ones, looking at Marcy, I know she's not that long in the game, but yeah, pretty cool to see that it's not like some random name they thought of, so it's more like descriptive. And yeah,
I'd say like half of them are descriptive and the other half are just random, because Tiny's also, you can see how short he is there, but his ultimate ability makes him like triple in size. So he starts off very small, ends the game as the biggest hero. Kind of a bit of a laugh there.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we have the next one coming through with Slark. Jesus.
Yeah. So Slark is kind of just a very slippery carry. He's very hard to catch. He has a lot of lockdown, and what he does is each time he hits an opponent, he like steals their stats. and adds it to his own. So throughout like long engagements, he's extremely strong because he keeps stealing stats and stealing.
Okay.
So the reason Sark is good is it's like a carry that can get on top of Sniper, because that's Sniper's only weakness is heroes that can get on top of him, because as the name suggests, sits at the back, does a lot of damage. Sark is a carry that can easily pounce on top of him. So
Makes sense.
not a bad pick there. It does, however, not really. That Silence of Sark is kind of the safe lane against most likely the Death Prophet Marcy. So it's not like they counter pick their lane as much as Munich eSports did, because Munich seems like they picked their safe lane to counter the off lane completely, where it seems like Frankfurt went for the mid game team fight potential over just winning the lane.
Okay. So it's a bit of a difference in style and how they want to play this game.
Correct.
Okay. Makes Lark suffer, chat says. So I guess he's not that liked.
No, he's not liked. Yeah, he's not he's a fan favorite to play, but let's say when he plays a game, one person has fun, 9 people don't have fun. Kind of situation. Reason being is just very, yeah.
You always have to have these characters in game. I know like every game which is hero based has like those hated characters.
No, yeah, exactly, of course. The main reason is his ultimate. If you know like League of Legends, you get like invisible heroes. So in this game, you get the same invis heroes, but Sark's are unique because his ultimate makes him invisible and immune, meaning you can't actually target him. He basically like is there, but he's untargetable.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's why he's so annoying, because his ultimate makes him like he can get on top of you and then just make himself untargetable, which for a lot of heroes they can't do anything, because you need something called a ground target, so like an AoE ability that can hit him, but you can't actually have like a skill that is a single target and hit him. Yeah. So that's where the Bloodseeker comes in. So Bloodseeker is a traditional counter to Slark, because Bloodseeker's got what you call a lot of AoE and silence. So what that obviously helps with what I just spoke about. You need AoE to hit the Slark with abilities when he uses his ultimate. And Slark, as said earlier, is very mobile. He jumps around a lot. And Bloodseeker's ultimate, and why people pick him, is called Rupture. What that generally does is when you rupture target, when they move, they take damage. So basically, when you rupture target, it forces them to stand still and fight, which is not really what a Slark wants to do, because it wants to run around and like take guerrilla warfare type engagements.
Okay,
and then Bloodseeker obviously is like stay where you are or die kind of situation. And then Zeus coming out, last pick from Frankfurt. Nothing really special against this draft. Zeus just is a pure magic dealer. He just does an incredible amount of magic damage. Nothing really special other than that. Just a lot of burst potential.
Okay, and I guess this concludes the draft for this game. And we're going right into this little show match. And excited to see, what do you say, which draft has the advantage here?
So it's a bit of a weird one, because Radiant has a lot of turtle. What I mean by that is they're able to defend their towers for a very long time, where Dire doesn't have as much potential like that. But I do favor, I'd say Dire is favored, except for the Enigma. And what I mean by that is Enigma Black Hole is just so strong that it can always just win games. So I favor Dire's draft, but you can never count out a draft with an Enigma Black Hole, let's put it that way.
Okay. So I guess gonna be pretty interesting to see what goes through here, and if maybe the Enigma is already the carry of the team, who's gonna pull through for the team. But yeah, let's see.
So Smoke coming out of Munich, they're catching the silence here. Blood Red coming out, and is Marcy with the rebound. First blood goes to the Sniper. Okay, so this is really good for the Sniper, because his lane's going to be extremely good. First blood gives you about 300 gold, so you can see he's got some bank gold there, and you only start with 600, so it's like a 50% boost to your starting gold. So first blood's pretty massive.
Ring ching, I'd say. All right, we have some people joining the chat. I see that CS:GO match is over. That means actually nothing good for me, for us, I guess. But we have another chance, so keep on going, CS guys, and welcome to this stream today for the introduction of our Dota team. And we're starting the show match versus ECF Frankfurt with our first blood on our side, so that's already a good start. Love to see it, and some compliments for your voice, Adam, actually.
You sure it's my voice, not yours?
It might be someone from the other team, because like as we said, Dota is not is very young in our organization, but as I heard, there's not only this main team which is playing right now, but we also have found some people who are really interested and are starting a second team already. So glad to have you as well, and maybe you'll learn something from Adam today.
Let's hope so. So yeah, nothing really massive going on. Enigma's got an ability which is basically demonic conversion. It kind of just like converts his own creep into his own, which I'll show you in a bit. They're all currently dead. But what the purpose of that is that like he can deny creeps and then he pulls the creep wave towards his own tower, if that makes sense, because obviously if he's denying his own creeps, his creep wave is going to be a lot weaker than the opponent's, and then he denies them. You'll see it happen here, so he should be denying that. Okay, he opts not to.
Okay, but this is, I guess, for economy reasons.
Yeah, so he converts that there. So
I see it.
Yeah, this is the whole point of the hero. It like has some summons, but as you can see, this Bloodseeker's thrown his Blood Right, which has a huge AoE damage, and they immediately kill the Eidolons, which negates this Enigma's offlane potential. That's why I said this lane is pretty built to destroy this lane. So no surprises coming out here. Looks like something's happening bottom lane.
Ooh, he's going pretty low there, but I guess pretty safe at the moment. The other one is not, or what was? No.
Marcy's actually forced to TP out, which is a pretty big deal. He got zoned in there and decided to TP out. He does have a salve at least, so he'll come straight back into the action. But good start from the Radiant duo lane here.
So TP out is like a general spell everybody can use, right?
It's a spell, but it has charges. So if you can see, DP's got one charge here. Marcy's already used her charge. So you have to spend 100 gold in order to get a new one, or you die. When you die, you get gifted one.
Nice. I guess. So you can get back on your next life.
Kind
maybe,
of the game's way of telling you, he has a little consolation prize.
Yes. You made a mistake there, so repeat it.
Yeah, correct. Okay,
cool. Right, do you want to say something about the players from our side, maybe, also?
So, I mean, I only started coaching them recently, so the only one I really know is Ben. I've been coaching him for, I think, the better part of a year now. The other players I've only had about a session with, so I know Ben quite well. I don't really know the others as much, so I would only be able to speak about him.
Then I guess we'll get to know them throughout the game and throughout the next month and weeks, because like this show match is not everything that we have in store for Dota. Actually, we are already also starting our own, let's say, amateur league, the European Dota 2 League, which is hosted by Ben mostly, with some support from the rest of the Munich staff. And the team all of course will compete there, and I'm really excited to see how this is gonna go, and how they can perform in a competitive environment.
As well, very excited to see what's happening in store here. I think something's happening to the Tiny. It looks like he's in trouble. Deal Breath coming out from Jakiro, Avalanche to potentially save him. Is the Bloodseeker? No, he's not going to chase him. He's just leaving him there, which actually hinders his game quite a bit. He has no more regen on the Tiny, so he's kind of now stuck in an awkward space where he has to kind of watch the lane. So there might actually be a kill potential on him if he oversteps or makes a misplay, which I think he may have just done.
I wasn't quite sure there, but running around with so low health bar behind Fatboy.
So Bloodseeker actually gets faster the lower someone's health is. So Bloodseeker's passive ability is basically when someone's health gets low, he can see them on the map and he gets faster. So when someone's on no health, it obviously helps. We did miss a kill on the bottom lane. Seems like some exciting stuff is happening. traded out both supports, the Science and the Marcy both die, and then it seems like both cause the Slark and the Death Prophet benefit from that. So even a trade, I'd say there. And then if we go over to mid, it's 18-10 to 15-3. So Sniper's kind of shown him the business. He's got quite a CS lead, so 19 creeps is how many creeps he's got, 10 is how many he's denied from your opponent. And you can see Zeus 16-3. I don't think denies are a thing in League of Legends. I could be wrong. Never played the game.
I don't think so. No.
So denying, basically what it does is it stops your opponent from getting the gold and limits the amount of experience you get. So it's pretty massive to get denies.
Okay. And that's what you see on the left, right? And this is pretty crucial to see how the game is going or which party, which team is leading, right?
So you can also kind of gauge which lanes are doing well. So like the Enigma's 27-12 to the Bloodseeker's 9-2, and considering they picked the Bloodseeker to counter the lane, the Enigma is obviously doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay, another death. Actually from the Zeus, Sniper killing the Zeus, and now he's a whole level. So even though the safe lane for Munich's going pretty badly, the Sniper's at least making up for it, and we're missing kills all over the place.
Jesus Christ. So I guess there's no auto spectator in Dota.
It is a directed camera, but
it can shit, I guess.
It can equal. Yeah, I'll trust my skills over auto. I'll learn.
I guess that's fair enough. I've some experience like coming from the Overwatch part, also like doing the camera stuff and casting, which is pretty hard to do. But I think if you're like commenting it pretty well, so we can understand what's happening.
Yeah, I'll be honest, it is hard because I usually I'm pretty spot on. Just if I'm like watching games, I can like spectate pretty well. But yeah, casting and spectating is a whole different ball game.
Definitely. But no worries there. That's obviously why we're here for, learning some stuff. And if we miss 1 or 2 kills, I guess that's not the critical part, because we want to see in general how the game works, and learn a bit about the team and Dota itself.
Black Hole coming down. First Black Hole usage of the game. He does get the Bloodseeker counter turn with the Jakira and the Marcy. So Marcy TPs and gets a counter kill. Bloodseeker is going to be a bit upset about that, but they do kill the Enigma, which is worth quite a lot of gold. So I would say that's still favor of a bit of Radiant, but it's a weird one because the Enigma's worth more, but he's dying to the carry, because carry must be similar to League of Legends. Your carry should not be dying in the early game because he needs to essentially carry your game, so it's not something he wants to be trading his life for. Okay, I see. And then if we come back to mid, still dominating Zeus. So Zeus has got an ability called Thunder God's Wrath. It hits every opponent on the map for a set amount of damage. So it's a nice global ultimate and just does mass damage. So it hits all your opponents for a few hundred damage, which is pretty good.
I guess especially if you find enemy player escaping with low health, you can like cast your ult at any point of time, if it's worth it, obviously. To finish off that player, right? Correct.
It also gives vision, so if you don't know where your opponents are, you can also cast it, and then you'll do the damage, but the main reason will be for the vision, so you can kind of see where they all are.
I see.
If they're off the map for like a bit of time, also helps a lot, so very useful ultimate. Okay, so interesting thing here, Death Prophet has a level 6, which Exorcism, it's very good push potential, so I should be expecting to see rotations. There's the one
and another kill, maybe.
A kill onto the slug. Zeus is making his rotation. So, there's the ultimate from Zeus.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the Death Prophet dies. Action happening top. Does force a TP out from the Tiny, however. So, overall, hard to say. Mid and carry. So, I would say Dire favored because the off lane and the carry died for Frankfurt. And then just the off lane and a support died. So, in terms of gain, they're definitely worth it for the Dire.
But you can see like on top, like I don't know the UI a bit, but it says like the gold lead is like less than 1k, which is, I guess, not very crucial at the moment, but this can, I guess, spiral out of hand pretty quickly, as I saw in some other games.
Yeah, less than 1k is kind of just negligible. It's basically teams are even, especially at the 9-minute mark. Because it could be, now it's 1k, so I mean that just means it's 200 gold each. It's nothing massive. So it's still anyone's game.
What's the average duration of a game, and at what point do you say like that the gold lead is critical or might be already game winning?
So the average game, I'd say, is about probably 40 minutes plus minus. Sniper has made his rotation here, so I expect there's going to be a cleanup from Dire. The Silencer stock goes down,
nice.
and Assassinate not even needed onto the Tiny. He's going to fall. I assume they're also going to make short work of this tower, so massive rotation coming in from Dire.
Nice.
Just to get back to your point, the average game is about 40 minutes. If I had to take a guess. The lead is kind of weird because it depends on the game, but I'd say if you have like a 3,000 net worth lead every 10 minutes on your opponent, you almost shouldn't lose. Meaning that like 10 minutes, if you have 3,000 and 20 you have 6,000, the game should almost be in the bank.
Well, obviously, no game is ever in the bank, I guess. But yeah, that's a pretty good value to see what we're talking about, and when we can call the game still pretty even or already pretty favored. But yes, I see top tower is getting demolished here by 4 Dyers, the Dire tower. But I guess bot lane is going way better for them.
Yeah, so they just traded towers there. So obviously favors the Radiant there because they got the carrier from the Bloodseeker as well. But yeah, they both traded towers. So TP rotation coming from the Zeus. A nice bait there from Death Prophet. Zeus doesn't really want to be in this lane. So it's a nice rotation. And while this is happening, they're making a short work of this mid tower. So
alright, yeah, I see. That's almost gone because I guess they have to take the next wave because enemy minions are rushing in already.
Yeah, correct. So the main reason is Enigma is kind of like a, if you look at this ultimate, it's on the 2 black holes on a 200-second cooldown, meaning that the main issue with this hero is once it uses black hole, it's kind of an ineffective hero, it's called that way, for a few minutes. So what that generally means is it gives the other team the opportunity to like make plays while it doesn't have the ultimate because they can abuse that.
Yeah. But they obviously have to keep track of that and know roughly when this ult is back up to not fall into a trap and then get black holed once again.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so yeah, DP dies bottom, but while that's happening, Dai does get a kill and the tower, so I'd say overall pretty good for the Dai. Getting towers is always more important than kills, because towers win games, kills don't.
And I see there's some tipping happening here. Is that like we are in the Munich bar or whatever?
No, tipping is more like BM, bad mannered. It's like when you kill someone, you're like, yeah, have a toss a coin to your Witcher kind of thing. It's more just like, yeah, have this, you scrub of a man.
Yeah, you could better. You needed better, more than
yeah, exactly, quite literally. So people generally tip for anything when they kill them. If someone misses a spell, almost anything. Yeah. It's mostly used to get under the people's skin.
Well, very creative. Instead of like teabagging like it's done in other games, I guess it's a bit more of a stylish PM.
Yeah, you only get a few a game, so you don't have infinite. I think it's 3 to 5 or something. I can't remember the exact number, but it's not infinite. Stun here coming in from Marcy, followed up by the Ice Path. Macropie gonna miss, but I don't think it matters. Dual Breath coming out, and that'll be a dead Zeus. So yeah, this Marcy here, the reason they first picked it is it's got something called a rebound. If I hover over here, you can see it's got like an AoE ring around it. What that means is she can jump off an ally. So any ally within the circle, you can jump off and then further traject yourself and stun them. So the initiation range from this hero, as you see there, like you can bounce off allies and stun people. So extremely good initiation, best in the game in my opinion. So that's why they picked her first in the draft. So
thanks for that to Denzek for displaying it here very nicely.
He's listening in.
Yeah, I think so as well. Guys, if you're playing, don't watch the stream, yeah? We want to still keep the competitive integrity here. Alright, but one thing that I just saw is like, especially compared to League of Legends, Dota has a high ground system, right?
Pardon?
Can you tell something about that? Dota has something of a high ground system, so like your vision and also attacks are based
Oh yes, so
the height you're standing on, right?
yeah, as you can see, you have like a low ground. Whenever you walk upstairs, there's so the river's the lowest point in the game. Then there's stairs here and then stairs here. So it's like a three-story system because it's river, ground, and then ground. And basically, what happens is if you're on the higher ground as opposed to your opponents, you can see from the high ground. But as you can see, like for instance, or there's a fight that's going to break out, but you can't see up high ground unless you have like some ward, for example. So you can't see up high ground, and when you attack up high ground, you have a 30% miss chance. So there's black hole coming out from Enigma. You can see it's a lovely little disable, really potent, amazing fight coming out from the Radiant. Zeus at the bottom just chucking damage. Okay, yeah, so that's Enigma Black Hole. As I said, always a very scary ability. Can never count it out.
And I guess the Dire have to deal with that and get back to base. There's also rebuying, right? So if a fight breaks out, you die, you can also rebuy to get back into the fight.
Yeah, it's called buyback. So it's based on your net worth. So I'm gonna just, instead of assets, I'm gonna show net worth. That's fine. So it's based on your net worth. So the more net worth you have or worth, when you die, if I hover over here on Sniper, so you can see it says 204 gold needed for buybacks. So he needs about, what, 900 gold after he dies in order to buy back. And then when you buy back, it's on an 8-minute cooldown, so you can't just infinitely buy back.
Yeah, sure.
It does cost a lot of gold, and it is on a cooldown. Very important late game, because obviously if you die without buyback, you generally die for like 90 seconds, and that can quite honestly mean end of the game for you.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so if we... Yeah. If I expect the gold, so the gold lead is going up, but we're already at like 16, 17 minutes. So from your first evaluation out, it's still pretty even. How do we look on towers objectives? Who is leading in that part?
Yeah, so gold 2000 is pretty much negligible at this point. There's a smoke coming out, so I'll get back to that. So smokes are quite important in the game because it's like you can't be detected, so it's like you can make free movement. We're gonna see we're gonna see an engagement coming out from Slock into Silence. Oh, Silence is not scaled up from the Death Prophet, but Spirit Siphon is going to be enough damage. One more Crypt Storm's going to make it, and they kill the slippery bastard of a Slock. Pretty sure spectators are happy as well.
Yes, I saw like Slock, all 3 in 1 happiness floods us. Which, pretty, I guess sums up the character pretty well. But I guess Munich is ready to deal with that, at least at this game.
Yeah, they also, as I was saying, they know Black Hole's down. As you can see, it's still like a minute cooldown, so they know they can make these plays with a lot more confidence than when Black Hole is up. So, as you can see, whenever Black Hole's down, we see Dire at least making some form of rotation into the jungle. But to come to the earlier point, so this tower is down, same with this one, which is a trade, and then the only other tower that's down is this one, while this is still standing. The mid tower is the most important tower in the game, in my opinion, so the fact that Dire has taken this is a huge map advantage, let's put it that way.
Okay.
Because it's like 2-to-1 towers, but they've taken the most important tower. Okay, wonderful Ice Path coming in, Marcy with engage, Tiny to fall. Doesn't seem like... Oh, Radiant actually want to take this fight, it seems. Silence are walking up. There's a Zeus ulti just munching damage.
Out where people are.
Red Seeker pushing on mid. So that's honestly okay. They just traded supports. So not the end of the world. Doesn't really favor either team. They all kind of made the rotation and they traded, so yeah, pretty even. The only thing I'd say is it probably buys time for the Enigma's Black Hole, so I'd much rather have that as Radiant. Taking favorable trades without Black Hole is always a big win.
Okay. So trades are better, but I guess Munich has already done some great like ganks. How I don't know if you say it in Dota that way as well.
Yeah, ganks as well. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So with multiple players targeting one person to pick him off quickly, to not even get into a fight. But this time they get catched, and I see that one is down for now. So a Radiant maybe can get some of the difference back now.
Yeah, so what was happening was the Jakiro is TPing out. It is nighttime. So in Dota, it rotates between day and night for every 5 minutes. So all that means is at nighttime your vision is greatly shortened. So it's a lot scarier at night, obviously, to make plays, except if you're Slark. Slark can see his normal distance at night. So that's why he is able to also see the Jakiro, which is another reason people don't like this hero. It's the vision at night helps a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so pretty passive here. It looks like Radiant, they got the back row up. They're putting all 5 numbers towards mid. It looks like they really want this tower, but they are going to back off. I think they're acknowledging they just can't push into Sniper. Sniper is very good at defending towers. He kind of just bunkers down, and he's got an ability called Shrapnel, which is like an AoE ability, which kind of just kills all the creeps. So very hard to push into a Sniper unless you find some kind of engage onto him. You basically are not going to run straight down mid into a Sniper. You need to
obviously because the turret is there, right?
Yeah, exactly. You need, pretty much. You need to find a route or way around him. Like the most common way is either have like a blink ability. So this Enigma's got blink dagger, which allows him to just blink short distances, or you use something called the smoke of deceit, which you've seen Dyer use a few times. The smoke of deceit is kind of like an invis, but you can't be seen on the map and stuff. So it's kind of like enemies can't see why you smoked until you in their vicinity. So it's a very good, useful tool to try and make like a gank happen, as you say.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing really insane happening. Death Prophet just farmed up BKB. If we let's have a look at items. So I'm just going to go through these very quickly. So Enigma has got his no, just for the people that know, I suppose. He's got his Wraith Pact and Blink. Zeus has got his Ends and Kaya, mass damage coming out there. Silencer opted for Veil, which further increases magic damage instead of the Force stuff. So that's interesting, meaning Silencer is a lot more vulnerable, but he's deciding to allow his Zeus. He's enabling his Zeus a lot more, but he's not enabling himself. Sark has gone for just an Echo Saber, probably BKB next. Interesting thing is he's not disassembling the Echo Saber and using the Ogax to form the BKB. He's opting to buy another Ogax, which is generally considered the inefficient play. And then Tiny's got his Blink Dagger, which I expect some good plays. There's a fight coming out, so let's minimize that. Marcy being picked off from the Radiant. Science coming out. DP running in, big, bold, doesn't care. Enigma seems like his team's over here fighting. Slark actually got it. Yeah, Slark was actually fighting, then he managed to TP out. DP just going large and in charge, doesn't seem to care. But ultimately, big win for Radiant. They forced out the Death Prophet ulti, they got a kill, and no one died in exchange. So very massive from Radiant. They should be looking for a fight now. Munich should actually be backing off and just giving them the space. It's actually very scary for them because their abilities are down and Radiant still has everything to go, except for Silence ulti.
I see, okay.
So yeah, it looks like they're doing that. DP's TP top, they're making their way out of the jungle. I think Radiant should have just used a smoke and tried to catch any stragglers, because as you can see, there's people still farming. They could easily catch them if they just smoked. So I think that is a bit of a mistake on their part, because now they're kind of just running as 5, as you can see here, and then Munich is just farming everywhere else in the map. So what could have been a potential great play from Frankfurt, just a wasted opportunity there.
God damn it, Frankfurt! You have to learn something here. Maybe you want to get some good coaches, huh? The DMs are open. But yeah, I figured, or I heard, Frankfurt is already pretty long in the Dota game, also with multiple teams on their end. So really cool to see that they agreed to this matchup, and we're excited to see on. Yeah, I guess there's no stakes in this game, but if they play the league as well, as might be happening, excited to see how it's going when there's actually like not money on the table, but yeah, if it's for points in the league system.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. Leagues are always entertaining. I much prefer them as opposed to just qualifiers. So.
Yeah, of course.
Just to get back to the items for Dyer, I suppose, we do have BKBs up on both Death Prophet and Bloodseeker. What this is it's just an item that makes you magic immune for duration. So it's extremely strong because magic damage doesn't affect you. You can't get like disabled, or there's very few spells that can go through it. So BKB is up for both of them. No one else in the game has it, which is quite important. And then Sniper just has damage with the pike, and Marcy not going for the BKB, actually going for own Wraith Pact, which is kind of interesting because Marcy support generally wants the BKB as well. And then Jakiro just with a Glimmer Cape. So very common items. Dire making a rotation to the bot tower, popping the DPLT. Radiant going to Fortify, which is actually interesting because Fortify generally means you're coming to defend this tower. So I'm expecting some rotations from the Sark and Zeus here in a moment. I can't imagine. Okay, it seems like they're just going to give it up.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. That's not the end of the world because what happens is you got a Fortify, which is on a 5-minute cooldown, and if what that means is like for 6 seconds your towers can't be damaged. But when your first tier 1 tower falls, and when your first tier 2, and when your first tier 3 tower falls, it refreshes. So they do refresh it after that tower falls. So not the end of the world.
Okay, so it was more strategic to get the most out of it, to take some time off.
Yeah, they're just buying 6 seconds in essence.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Interesting, alright.
Okay, Sark
And
plants
what
in
I
middle.
find pretty interesting... Oh, yeah, go on.
I'm just watching this engagement. Sark actually silences the big thing. He's got BKB. Is he going to get it off in time though? He does get his BKB off and he's alive, and this is why people love the hero. Never dies. Sniper actually just wailing on him though. Oh, he dies to the auto attack of the Death Prophet. Bloodseeker lodging and charge running. You can see how fast this hero gets when people are no health.
Yes,
Oh,
so
that's a disaster from Radiant there. Enigma wasn't in that fight there, and they took it, and his presence just... It shows that they actually need this Enigma in fights in order to make stuff happen, and he just wasn't there, so... Unfortunate they took a fight there, and then obviously good from Munich to be able to identify that and make haste of it. Enigma is setting up though. Is he going to go for a what we call blind steal attempt? Because when Roshan dies, it gives you something Aegis, which allows you to come back to life when you die. So it seems like he might just YOLO in there blind, because you can't see into the pit unless you're in there. So he doesn't know the HP of it. Oh, Tiny! Oh, he doesn't black hole. Oh no, he does. He gets the Marcy, but the Aegis is still on the ground. He's gonna pick it up. The Enigma gets it.
Oh my god.
That's insane.
That effort. And actually get some kills out of it as well. 2
and they're cleaning up. 3 kills so far. Are they gonna get a 4th? They've got the ward there, so they see the Jakiro. He's not running away. He's a dead boy.
Well, a rip Team Munich, I guess.
That is absolutely massive, and that is just all blind. So the Tiny coming in with impact brings in when Roshan's on like 50 health. He even tosses the player out of the pit because Tiny's got an ability which is toss. So when he's next to someone, he can toss them anywhere in this like vicinity. So he basically blinked in, tossed the person out of the pit, and that's what gave the opportunity for his teammate to come in and steal it. So very well played from Flurry there, MVP of that fight.
Nice. So that might be the point of turning, maybe get back in the game for Frankfurt here with just one play. But I guess that's how it goes, right? It's not only how good you farm, but also how good you execute certain situations and take advantage of the special abilities that make you do stuff that others can't, right?
Exactly. So the scary thing here is even though Dire's got the net worth lead, Aegis is very important because now this guy, he will come back to life if he dies, which is quite important because they can't just go on him and kill him. One thing, however, they don't have Black Hole, so Dire actually still has an advantage here simply because Black Hole's not down, and I think they understand that because they're looking for an engagement here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know if they're going to get anything. Oh, they get into Zeus, they land on an engagement with him, with Marcy. Throwing into him, is BKB going to come from Bloodseeker? It is. Silent Sword coming out. Zeus is just going to have to stand his ground and die. Bloodseeker cleaning up. 2 dead so far. Are they going to be able to catch more? Tiny's TPing out. I think he's going to make it out. So
it would be interrupted if you get hit by an enemy at the point of TPing, right?
You need to be disabled. So, like a stun or something. Or not always stuns. Like roots also work in snares. Yeah, but auto attacks don't, unless your auto attack bashes to some degree. Okay, so that's what I kind of said. Even though that Aegis black hole is the most important aspect of the team fight, so really good for Munich to identify that and create an opportunity there. Okay, so they have the option to push tier 2. It looks like the Bloodseeker and the Sniper don't care. They basically throw in DP, hey, you do as much damage to the tower. We getting out of here. We want to farm creeps.
Yeah, get even more ahead with the, I guess, money lead. Oh, but here you got a dive going on.
Sark diving, DP now chasing.
Doesn't care. Even versus 2?
So Death Prophet's got a ability called Spirit Siphon. You'll see if he casts it again. It basically steals a life from the target. So you can kind of see the Spirit Siphon onto this creep. So what it does is it steals a life. So the more people around the Death Prophet, the more she can steal from people. Which is kind of a weird hero because you'd think the more people are ganking her, the more damage you're doing, but also she has the potential to steal more life from people.
Yeah.
It all depends if she gets the opportunity to cast it. Because obviously if you disable her and she can't cast it, then she'll die extremely quickly. But if she's able to cast it, then doesn't really die.
Alright, and now pushing the bot lane a bit further while the rest of the team is focused on the middle part. As you said, the middle part is like the more important or the most important lane of the map. And now I think, but both towers are down, right? Both first level 1, tier 1, whatever towers.
Yeah, so it's the least important lane, but it has the most important tower. Reason being is the tower here opens up back into the jungle, and it opens up into the jungle here. So it opens up a lot of map control for both teams taking it. But it is the least important lane, because I don't know what happens here at tier 3 is you get something called racks, a ranged racks, and a melee racks. And what that happens is if you kill the melee racks, these melee creeps become stronger. And if you kill the range becomes stronger. So the reason it's not that important in the mid lane is everyone has access to get to mid and push the wave or kill it. But if it's in the top lane, it's a lot harder. As you can see, Bloodseeker's only on top, but look how many people are middle. So there's a lot more access to kill the creeps middle as it is to kill creeps on the side lanes. So a very big misconception in Dota is everyone decides when you don't know what to do, run down mid and take racks, but it's actually one of the silliest decisions you can make because mid racks almost means nothing compared to the side lane racks. So hopefully someone learned a useful tip there.
Yeah. What do you say, chat? Did you learn anything new at this first half an hour of the game already? Or do you have some tips you would suggest for the teams already? Let us know that.
Sark pouncing on the Death Prophet again. Science Alter coming out. Let's see, Sark just wearing away on Death Prophet. Nothing really insane going on. Death Prophet's just sustaining, Sark sustaining. And it looks like Radiant want to disengage. They've used their Science ult, Sark's used his BKB and ulti, so he's not ready to fight. So Radiant needs to get out here as quick as they can, unless this Enigma's got something large and in charge planned for them, but I can't imagine so.
That's chase still going on, but I guess... maybe not! Oh, nice snipe, I want to say, but I don't know. Maybe
yeah,
also
it was snipe, yeah, it was. The assassinate. He's got an ability, if he's over here, you can kind of see the green radius there.
Yes.
And what that does is he charges for like 2 seconds, and then after that he shoots like a long-ranged single like shot. It's quite literally like a sniper. So it's kind of like a finisher move. When they're running away, you can just take aim and then shoot, and if they're low enough HP, just kill them. Yeah.
Alright. The Twitch chat is 9k MMR. What does that mean? How's the rating system in Dota work?
So I mean MMR is just, so you start off technically at 0 if you create an account, and I think the highest players are 12,000. So if someone's saying they're 9,000 in chat, they're pretty much a semi-professional Dota player.
I see Cogneld. I see how it is there. You want to bait me in, I know it.
Yeah, 9k is extremely high.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if that's if there's a cap missing at the end, maybe.
Oh, rupture onto the Sark, so the Sark can't actually move here. He has to stand and fight. As you can see, he's running away, but he can't row, and Sark should fall here. Oh no, Zeus keeping him alive with the Earth Blade. Assassinate coming out. Is he going to get it? Oh, he gets it. Oh, amazing. Where's Enigma? He's off to the side.
I think we have to get some claps in chat for Sniper to dealing with his luck so well.
Yeah, almost gets away. Zeus coming in with Earthblade. So Earthblade on Zeus you can target an enemy or ally and it makes them ethereal, which means they can't take any physical damage for a few seconds. So what does happen is they're beating down on the Slark and he just Earthbladed his own teammate so that he's immune to physical damage for the duration. But then Sniper's Assassinate is a magical spell, so it didn't save him in the end.
Well, there's always a counter to the counter, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so it looks like Munich's setting up for tier 2, but they don't have their Sniper and their Marcy, so...
Not the best push power, I guess, then.
All the push power comes from the Sniper. You can see he can outrange towers, so he can just chip away at it. It's not like the most damage, but it's annoying enough that you need to do something. No other hero in the game can really do this. So there's argue techies if you want. People in chat who know the game will know what I'm talking about.
Okay. I'll hope so. Oh, and another Sniper sitting.
Oh, Black Hole coming out onto 3 with the BKB. That's absolutely massive. All 3 of them just gonna fall.
Yes.
And that's why...
That was some miscalculation there. The window was already closed for the Munich team. Guess that's back to spawn, but I guess they're still a bit ahead. But you see the lead is shrinking. Actually, we were up to like 8k, I guess, which is now halved. So I guess Frankfurt is not giving up and giving up a fight, finding another one here maybe. They can get us done. Yep, looking good for them.
And Roshan is up, which is absolutely massive if they decide to check it. But yeah, as I said, Black Hole, you can never count this ability out. As you see, it just caught 3 and then they just instantly kill them. And now all 5 are dead, so this looks like it's going to get a Rax. Are there any buyback statuses? So the only people who have buyback is Jakira and Sniper. Are they going to spend it? We shall see. I'd assume they would have spent it if they wanted to already.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they're just going to drop the Rax. They're fortified because it does refresh after the tower falls. Okay, so Jakira's buying back now. Kind of interesting that it's delayed. Because it's like, in my opinion, there's no real point buying back after the tower and stuff's gone. You should kind of buy back before your towers drop. And it seems like he's just going to die back, which is unideal.
Okay, and he's already at like 75 seconds.
Yeah, so when you buy back, your next death is prolonged.
Oh, okay, even worse then, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
I guess, the Munich boys
Raptor
still
coming,
want to go for a fight?
Raptor coming on to Slark, but it doesn't seem like they can stop his TP. Who are they going to find? It seems like everyone's just TPing out. Tiny TPing out.
Jesus.
Everyone TP'd out except the Zeus. Okay, that was really well done by Frankfurt to get everyone out there. You saw every single teammate TP'd out. And they only caught 1, so... Yeah. The awkward thing is it does open up the Roche. They did get the Rax, the ranged Rax. So the range is considered like negligible compared to melee. The main reason is you can see it's like 5 melee compared to 1 range. So even though this is stronger now, you obviously want like majority of your creeps to be stronger. So they did get the range Rax, which is nice. But Munich looks like they're going to be taking the Roche. Roche is way more important than a Rax.
Yeah. It's always like trading off different objectives, I guess, to make the best
exactly.
of it. Ooh, Ben is overstepping there a bit, has to get out. Oh, he's pretty fast boy though.
Yeah, it just gets out. Roche still available, I want to state. Which is gonna...
The health doesn't regen?
It does, but it's 20 health a second.
Ah, okay. So it's not like League of Legends, the counterpart, the Baron Nash.
I cannot comment on that. I did not.
I think if it loses aggro, it
like auto
like a few seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Science are working down.
Catch here.
Cool. There is a Black Hole. Where's he? He's coming. And he only gets 1. Is that going to be enough though to win this fight? Marcy engaging sniper, just hitting from the back. You can see he's just walloping everyone.
Yeah.
The Sock trying to escape, but he just can't. Macropire laying out. This is too much fire damage for them to even come close to. So it looks like they're going to get the Roshan. Very
pretty hard to get to the actual damage dealers here for the Radiant team, right?
Yeah, so the sniper is the main damage dealer, so the Sock is kind of tasked for getting on top of him, but the Sock was kind of being beaten down and zoned. So very good positioning from the sniper there not to get caught out. And then as you saw, Enigma, if he doesn't get a big black hole with multiple people, game is hard. So it seems like a lot's resting on him. He's done very well this game. That is, I think, his first major hiccup in team fights, so still a lot of faith. He does have a refresher orb, so what this does is it refreshes all your abilities and items, which means he can black hole twice in a row if able to.
Like literally instant one after another, right?
Yeah, so you'll black hole and then you'll immediately refresher and then try do it again. So that's a massive team fight potential coming into the future from him.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Yule's on the Zeus. Is anything going to come from this? He's earthblading. Oh, okay, burst him. Marcy going to follow up with a rebound. Is Macropire going to be enough? It doesn't look like it.
Oh, they might even get more kills out of that. Another stun coming out, and 2 players.
Sniper here though.
Yeah.
They walked into the sniper trap. Is Enigma actually going to fall down? Tiny coming in. He's going to drop 2. I think he overextended. Rupture coming on to the Zeus. Did have any follow up though? Zeus can't get away. He's steeping out. He's not going to make it. Sniper's killing this. Sark, however, is cleaning up with a double damage rune onto the Jakiro. I think he actually, Ben might be dead on Bloodseeker. Sark's going to be a bit too much to handle with his double damage rune.
Jesus, fight turning every second.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes,
Wow, he Shadowbladed. They don't have detection.
Oh,
okay, Shadowblade is invis.
Second?
Is invis, so they don't have any detection on the form of Radiant. But that's massive. So this is a double damage rune on Sark. You can kind of see now he's hitting for like almost 600 damage. So absolutely absurd damage. Sniper, who has been doing a lot of damage all game, is only hitting for like 200. So obviously 600 is, well, it was 600. Quite insane. So that was a large factor to why they won the team fight. Very well done though. And black hole was not used. Let's just put it out there. So
still, oh my god.
Yeah,
so next fight is already looking pretty grim for the dire side. It's looking pretty dire, you could say.
It's not the first time I've heard that joke.
For me, it's
like to me, like you sounded so smart. You're making this fun. I'm like, I've heard that like countless times.
I can figure. Oh Jesus! All right, so nearly everybody's back alive.
Okay, let's maybe just go through the items again. I haven't done that in a while. So we've kind of talked about Enigma with Refresher. Zeus has his Ags, which is another global ability. Silencer now does at least have his 4-staff to escape and a Ghost Scepter to get out of reach of Silencer. Abyssal on the Slark, he's building into what seems to be a Scotty, which is going to make Bloodseeker's life and Death Prophet's life a living hell with a regen reduction. Tiny has, he picked up Sacred Relic for the Zeus, which means more damage amplification. And then Bloodseeker with a Basher, he kind of just needs an attack speed item at this stage. Greipner's not going to cover it. Octarine Core coming out from DP with some plate armor. And then Sniper, Butterfly. I don't agree with the Butterfly, I think you just go raw damage. Because the Butterfly, basically what it does is it provides a lot of evasion, so when people jump on top of you, you miss. But it provides decent damage. So the reason I don't like it on Sniper is like, he should be out of reach anyway. So I would rather
if
just
it jumps, it's too late anyways.
Yeah, I'd rather just commit to more damage instead of like it's kind of like trying to get insurance on a Sniper. It doesn't make as much sense. Just commit for the damage.
Okay.
And then Marcy does have the Wraith Pact and nothing really fancy from the Jakiro. So overall items are looking good. Net worth lead 1k. That doesn't even mean that means nothing. Yeah, it could even 5k at this point would mean nothing. So it's all about what they do. Double damage on the Bloodseeker over. So this is actually a potential to do something. So every 2 minutes a rune is going to spawn here or here. And there's one of, I think, 6 runes. So double damage is one of the possibilities. It is considered the best in general. So both sides smoked up. They can't actually see each other, funny enough. Oh, okay, Bloodseeker walking straight into a black hole. Sniper wailing down on the Enigma. Is the Enigma going to be able to get anything else off? He is not. Bloodseeker survives the black hole. Enigma with the buyback. He's coming straight back in. He's going to refresh and look for another BKB black hole. Is he going to get it though? Is the question. DP killing with his ultimate, chasing after people, just unstoppable. Enigma's backing off. He's tired of this shit. He knows when to call it quits. Long range assassinate coming into the tiny. So really good from Munich. I can't stress how good that is because they forced the Enigma buyback. And if you look where's buyback status, Enigma, you can see it's got a time of 7 minutes 25 seconds now. So if they kill Enigma, I don't see how I think Munich has just won if they manage to kill this guy without him having some kind of impact. They are going to push down mid, so we'll see what happens here. They do have some pushing power with the sniper. Jakiro does have shard, which offers him liquid frost. As you can see, he's gonna. Jakiro is one of the few heroes that can cast abilities on towers. You'll see when he walks up in a second. But basically, it throws burn onto the tower. So it's one of the few spells that can hit towers and push them. Enigma coming in back onto the sniper and Jakiro. Is it going to be enough though? It looks like the sniper is going to get out, which is actually a huge concern because that black hole just didn't do anything now. It bought time, I suppose, for the time. Tiny's going to buy back, but Sark just doesn't have buyback, so they're trying to make space for him. And it seems like, will that be enough to retreat Munich and buy time for the Sark? It seems like yes. So, Sniper finding a regen. He's going to regen back up, so I think that's
pretty good for him.
Yeah, that's pretty good for him. I think the main aspect there is that black hole just kind of deters them. As you can see, everyone's now low health. They're all running away, so doesn't get anything out of it, but keeps the rack standing. So overall, win for Radiant there.
Yeah, nice. We got another question from chat. I guess that's directed to you because I couldn't say anything about that. But would Dire benefit from a pipe at the moment?
I'd say Dire would benefit from 3 pipes, but 1 pipe I feel is not even going to do anything at this point because the Zeus has where is it? So he has the Earthblade, which is spell amplification coupled with the timeless relic. So I think Zeus is just doing too much damage that a pipe is just going to be too little. Because what a pipe does is, if someone has it, they can cast the active barrier. It provides everyone a 400 like magic shield bubble. So the next 400 magic damage they take gets negated. And Zeus's only role in the game is to deal magic damage, but it's kind of at a point where he does so much that 400 is not going to save you all that much. So earlier game, pipe would have been amazing. At the moment, not so much. What you'd generally expect is a Mage Slayer. So like a Mage Slayer on one of the heroes, because what Mage Slayer does is whoever you hit does 35% their spell damage. So if someone like a Marcy has a Mage Slayer and he hits the Zeus, now Zeus is just doing 35% less damage. So that would be way more effective at this point than a pipe, in my opinion.
Okay.
Obviously, Marcy has to get to the Zeus. How she does that is another question.
Well, that's on them to figure out, I guess. Whilst the game is already going onto the 50-minute mark, so I guess it is. Yeah, it looked pretty even from the start, and still pretty tense. Let's see when we gonna see the next engage. Do we have Black Hole back up again? Or,
yes, smoke coming in from Radiant, so as you can see they're hungry for blood, so we should see some form of engagement. If Dire can sniff this out, they should just play around the high ground. So the best strategy against smoke is to like put a ward down like this and just sit around it on the high ground. That's generally considered the best strategy, but obviously you have to know it's coming, which not all teams do. They do. As you can see, Dire has no idea where they are. They even check in the Roche pit, so this could be absolutely massive from Dire. I mean from Radiant. They do put a ward down.
Especially if they're stacked, the Black Hole can, I guess, ruin the day pretty easily.
Exactly. But they are doing kind of what I suggested, just put a ward down and defend around it. It's the best counter. So Blink engage from Bloodseeker. He forgot to activate BKB though. He's going to get abyssaled. Black Hole coming out from Enigma. It seems like it's going to kill the Bloodseeker. Does Bloodseeker have buyback? He does not. Death Prophet's going to probably fall as well. He does heals and try to save himself. What is the sniper doing in this situation? He's just running away. Death Prophet does... They killed the slug! Oh my gosh, this Death Prophet... Another black hole coming in! He's just gonna die!
They're turning it!
What is happening? This Death Prophet does not die.
Jesus Christ. Now the
He's still alive!
No,
he is still alive! And he's ulti... Ah, no, okay. Death Prophet the Immortal. MVP of that fight there.
Carrying through, and yeah, Munich prevails, pushing up, I guess, to the next objectives.
Absolutely insane. If they kill that in Death Prophet with their black hold here, I think that's a totally different game. Yeah, they call GG. They're all dead, no buyback. Yeah. That's a good game, well played there.
Well played. Munich wins this first of a kind show match, I guess, for the team. Congrats to them. Nice to see how that played out. I guess the conceding is a pretty usual thing in Dota, right?
So you generally concede when your whole team's dead, and you know that they're gonna just run down and take your throne while you're dead. So you generally only concede in that situation. It's just kind of to speed up the next 60 seconds. That's all it is. But yeah, you can concede whenever, but that's for the most part people only concede once they all die and they know they can't defend the base. As you can see, big dip here.
Oh yes. Holy shit, yeah.
This green bar is the win probability, so in the middle actually shows even. So you can see from the draft, Dota kind of gave Radiant the advantage, and over here they had like an 80% win rate. Just that last fight, unfortunate for them. They couldn't quite kill the Death Prophet, and the Death Prophet ended up surviving and doing insane amount of damage. So well played from Munich and Frank. Very well, like exciting Dota to watch from both sides. So hats off to them.
Okay. Awesome. Looking good. And I guess in that case we'll go to another part, because we're not only here for the show match. Obviously, we saw all the strength of Munich. They did pretty well, but we want to hear some voices from the team. So we're gonna extend this by a small Q&A session. We're gonna get some players in. I heard maybe also one of the guys from Frankfurt. So pretty interesting to see their point of view. But yeah, let's quickly set this up. Maybe you can say a few more words about the game, and then we're gonna. Oh, they're already raiding us.
they're excited.
Yes.
Hello.
Hey. Flurry from Frankfurt is coming in a moment.
All right, let's do a 5-way then.
Oh yeah.
All right, how do you feel after this game? After this very nice win, I have to say. Congratulations to that.
It's alright. Iskra, was your heart not pumping in that last fight? You went down to like 50 health and you yielded and you just didn't die on Death Prophet. You just stayed alive. Be smart. Okay. Advice to everyone out there. Be smart.
Perfect fight. Everything according to.
Oh yeah, perfectly calculated.
Iskra, don't you dare to say something different.
I say nothing.
Pretty sure he's shitting his pants on 50 health left on Death Prophet.
I did, yeah.
Alright,
hey there, Flurry.
Okay, there he is.
Yeah, got it.
Hi, Flurry.
Hi, hello, Flurry.
Mr. Aegis Snatcher himself.
No, that was just
No, you set everything up. I don't care. You may have snatched it. You're the catalyst that put everything together.
Yeah, that was that was fun.
That was a game.
Good game, yeah, good game. It was a fun game.
Okay, then I guess we have some questions. Of course, chat, you can also pose your questions and I'll read them to the guys to get a bit of the talk rolling. Yeah, but first of all, thanks of course, Flurry, for you and the guys from Frankfurt to joining this show match to celebrate, I guess, the start of the Dota era at Munich eSports. I have heard you have been already a long part of your club which you obviously know pretty well from other games. Yeah, how did you came to Dota, and how long are you playing for Frankfurt now?
I've been playing Dota since Warcraft 3. I guess, I mean, I started maybe 2010 playing Dota 1 back then. And then 2015 I switched. I finally got a better PC, so I switched over to Dota 2.
2015.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and I think with the club I was starting to study 2017 maybe in Frankfurt, and that's when I found the club, like a Discord link or something. I don't even remember how exactly I found it, but then I was playing Rocket League, and I found the Rocket League team playing Uniliga. And I mean, I just started playing Rocket League, but I was really interested in the game, and so I just joined them, and they helped me improve pretty quickly, and then yeah, I just started playing Rocket League for the club.
Okay, and Dota as a side product, I guess, then.
Yeah, Dota was pretty dead the last couple of years. It just started beginning of this year, pretty much. Before that, it was dead for years. No one was really playing Dota.
Okay. Yes, I guess quick feedback from chat. We have some voice changes, so you guys want to maybe check your sensitivity because you're cutting out at some points. And also, I guess by Adam, we have some more guests in the background, but that's fine, I guess.
Some background noises.
Yeah. Jesus, okay, now we have even more. Alright, no worries.
He just wanted to prove your point.
He wants to prove a point, yes. Nice, nice. Okay, and then one more question for Flurry. How is it going with with Dota on your side? Are you looking forward to the next few years? Do you think Dota will maybe make a comeback also in the amateur scene? Because as we all know, in the pro scene, it's pretty big, with like one of the biggest tournaments prize pool wise. But yeah, as we all know, so the other games, prominent games like CS:GO and League are way higher up. But what does your prophecy say for the next few years?
I mean, I would love to see the amateur scene get a little bigger. I don't know. I think Dota, usually the players that play Dota are above 20 years old. So it's a pretty old scene for a gaming community. I don't know if there's any new stuff coming in, because everyone is already used to how things are run. I mean, yeah, I would love to see more amateur stuff, like EDL, I think it's called, where you have to be below Immortal to play. It would be fun. I would definitely be part of that.
Yeah, we already said looking forward to seeing you guys play there, and like getting revenge for this match maybe,
maybe
in the coming months. So yeah, that would be pretty exciting, and yeah, hopefully we can make something happen with this league to get it a bit more for the normal crowd. As I saw one of our friends from Dortmund was also pretty surprised to see Dota, because yeah, as we said, not that common currently, but yeah, might change, and really looking forward to that.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay. Questions from your player or from Adam for Flurry? No?
So questions for him, for me. Okay. I want to know. Tell me about this Aegis story. Paint me a picture.
I mean, we had a ward on your guys' high ground, so we saw Sniper go. No, we saw Bloodseeker leaving the pit with like 10 HP.
What a pansy.
Then we saw Death Prophet leaving with 10 HP, so we're like, yeah, Sniper is the only one left.
That's funny. Yeah. I didn't actually notice the high ground ward. That's actually yeah. Then you blinked in at the precise moment though. Like 1 second later, Sniper has Aegis.
Yeah, that was lucky. We had no idea how low Roche was, but I just jumped.
And then you
tossed
him away, and then the Enigma blinks in afterwards, and Black Hole's nothing, but he picks up the Aegis anyway.
Yeah, he black holed Roche. Yeah, that was very important.
Yeah, you got to do it in every game.
Alright.
Yeah, so we had a lot of vision in your guys' struggle. That was.
Okay.
Call was
So,
really bad too.
You hear that, Munich? They got a lot of wards in your guys' jungle.
Yeah, Alston, if you're still listening to to the stream, a lot of vision.
alright, so we found some points to improve here. Adam, you can put that into your coaching schedule maybe to have a special ward and vision hour.
Yeah, I'll have a
for
chat with them, don't
outsiders.
worry.
Alright, okay.
Great.
Great.
Help my support players.
Okay. Flurry, do you have any questions for us maybe, or for the players you just faced?
I don't know, maybe the Bloodseeker pick, was that planned, or did you just see the Slark and thought, okay, Bloodseeker might be a good counter here? I really like the
because
pick.
of your
It was-
slug.
Okay,
My pick,
I think
my
it was
call,
a
I
pretty
called
good pick.
that.
Good job, sir.
That was
Yeah, problem.
decent, yeah.
Well, I'm more curious, why the Zeus pick?
Yeah, I was curious about that actually.
He is just comfortable on the hero, and we didn't exactly know what to play against Sniper.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, because it's not an easy lane for Zeus.
Yeah,
Well, up
Yeah,
to
that's
your
true, but-
slug pick, we actually planned with sniper carry. Then your slug pick kind of made us rotate.
oh, okay, yeah,
around.
we thought that was a carry. That's why we wanted to last pick our mid.
Yeah, but pretty much when you showed us the slug, it was mostly pointing towards Bloodseeker. Just as
Alright.
a hard counter.
Cool. So I guess the strat worked. You got the win in the end, but yeah, still I guess up till minute 40 or 45 it was pretty open. Obviously, saying this once more, I'm a total noob at Dota, but Adam coached me pretty well through the game. But yeah, thanks Flurry for playing. Sorry, yeah, go on.
I think from minute 30 onwards it was actually in favor of Frankfurt.
I think like a 70% win rate. Yeah, it is.
Really?
Yeah,
Effect, though.
you guys, you'll see that there's a little roller coaster at the end, like a dip.
Yeah, well, the last fight was.
It is interesting though, because we had the net worth advantage most of this time, but
Yeah, but the Enigma's potential was just too much this game.
Yeah, Enigma
Enigma,
Zeus is pretty strong.
Also, one last question I have: why Marcy no BKB? Like first item.
yeah, that's
I have
why
five
Marcy
Sniper,
no
no
BKB.
BKB.
Because like I feel the
Marcy didn't scale-
whole point of that
didn't
tier is to pick it
scale-
and just jump on the Zeus, right?
He didn't scale sidekick until level like 7 or some shit. So let me check. He scaled sidekick. He scaled sidekick level 11. So BKB Russian, that seems a bit awkward.
I mean, yeah, I was talking about like going for that build with sidekick, and then you can kind of just jump on the Zeus, and as a support,
But
you
in-
can always just zone out the enemy mid, right?
Yeah, but in
Yeah,
fairness,
sure.
we did kind of force Demsec to play Marcy, because by default we would have laned Marcy Sniper in the safe lane.
Okay.
So the plan was to have
Alston.
Alston on Marcy, and I would play Sniper, but when we saw the
Okay.
spark, we changed that plan. And Demsec said right from the beginning he is not too confident on Marcy, but he is willing to play it.
Fair enough.
So we kind of forced it on him.
It's okay. He was listening on stream because I asked him to do stuff and he did it. So he must have been listening.
You must be listening along.
I'm just joking.
Snipers.
More a joke
you
from
doing
Marco,
well?
but
Yeah, he had a couple good jumps.
Then I'd say thank you, Flurry. Thank you for playing, getting the team together, and obviously looking forward to maybe another clash coming up soon. And yeah, for now we say goodbye, and we'll have some more questions for the other two guys about the Dota at Munich eSports.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Thanks for the game, Flurry, and I hope to see you guys in the ED12. I expect your sign up soon.
well played, everyone.
I already told O.
Ah, okay. See ya. Bye.
Alright, bye bye.
Well played, everyone.
Okay, yeah. Ben, obviously, I want to point you out a bit because you are the leading figure behind all the Dota movement at Munich eSports, as well as the league that is coming up. So do you want to tell a bit about yourself and your plans?
Well, the plans.
You have to now, basically.
Huh?
You have to now, basically.
Yeah, I have to now, I guess. Well, the plan is just to put Dota a bit more in a light, in a better light, and make it more public again to people, because I think Dota has a decent scene from like Immortal upwards, especially like semi-professional, professional level, but the amateur area is not really played by anyone in like a competitive environment. So that's how the idea came with the amateur league. I mean, technically we left the option open to include Immortal teams, but the idea behind it is to like give people below Immortal level a way to play Dota in a team environment. We had a league before, the Steel League, where like most of the teams that signed up played already. So the ED2L would follow up on that. Sadly, NA has a league for this rank brackets below, but EU is having an open spot there. So yeah, the league will start on the 27th of November for everyone who is interested in signing up below. Immortal rank, and it's for teams. No single player, random draft, something, but for teams to sign up with roster.
Yeah, for single players, we can reference our Discord. You can maybe find some players there. I saw a lot of free agents looking around for a team eager to play in the league. So yeah, don't be disencouraged. Check it out. Maybe you find some cool dudes to play together. I heard your team also isn't that old before joining Munich eSports, and I think yeah, looking pretty good so far, and excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, and I mean with the academy team that's finding together by now, maybe potentially also playing in the league.
Definitely.
We have then 2 teams from Munich eSports playing Dota, so maybe hopefully with the potential of attracting some other players interested in Dota in general. I think there are players, it's just not as organized as, especially below Immortal level, as like other esports titles.
Yeah. Obviously, a huge shout out to the guys and girls from the academy team that is quickly forming. Great to see. I saw some of you in chat already. I think they're also doing a watch party of this, so the motivation is definitely there, and we always love to see that. And this makes us really happy to see that there's also like the bond forming. It's not only a team, but there's a whole community forming around this. We hope this stream also gave you maybe an introduction on how it works, and excited to see what's coming from this in the future.
Yeah, and obviously also in the leagues with more frequent matches in the amateur area.
Right, posting the Discord link now for ED2L, so everyone in chat can check it out if they're not already on that. Yeah. Okay, going over to Iskra. I know you pretty well by now, because he's been with or without Munich eSports for quite some time, mainly playing Overwatch.
Been a while.
Yeah, been a while, my friend. And how is it looking? You're looking for 4 titles in a row now with Dota as well?
It'll be a bit harder, I think, in Overwatch. I'm not as good in the game as I'm in Overwatch, I think. But it's an objective, yeah. We could call it that.
Okay, so everyone who doesn't know, Iskra was playing for our University League team. And yeah, they won 4 or 5 titles in a row with that. But in a row, yeah. But now it's retirement time, switching over to Dota, and looking forward to see how you're doing here, getting us some more trophies.
By the way, Marco.
Ah, true, you're not playing for another team, right? I forgot. All right, okay. Any more questions? Last chance for chat. Get some more of your questions in. Also, you 3 amongst each others. If you have any questions, go for it.
I think Adam will tell us in the next coaching session how we fucked up, so I'm not too worried about that.
Not really questions, but
Psst, you can't share everything in public.
Yeah. We don't want to leak the secret strats. Yeah, this was just the base strategy today, and the really fun stuff is gonna come out in December, right?
Exactly.
Okay, I guess if there is no more questions so far, then I guess we'll cut it here. Thanks everyone for being a part of this. Thanks to the team for playing. Thanks for Adam for streaming, casting, camera moving, and explaining to a noob how Dota works in principle. Thanks you for all the viewers as well. If you want to be updated on how our Dota situation is going, you can check out our Discord as well with !Discord. Also the Twitter feeds, the usual stuff. And if you're looking for a team, maybe there's 1 or 2 options left. And we'll hope to do this soon again. Maybe seeing some of the games from the league, maybe some other stuff around Dota. But definitely looking forward to that. And I guess one last thank you. Any final words from you guys?
for inviting me to cast and analyze and everything. It was fun, so appreciate that. And for everyone speaking English, I assume because of me, only not German maybe. So
that's fine.
I hope that was fine for everyone. Appreciate that. So thanks.
Yeah. Next stream we're doing is a German lesson with you, and I'll stream it.
Is it?
Marco will get his revenge. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the game. If you want to see more amateur league Dota amateur matches, below Immortal matches, check out ED2L. You can also see Adam cast some more there if you enjoyed that. Or force him to cast some more, don't worry. And yeah, hope to see everyone around in the future.
Alright, then I say goodbye, have a good night, and see everyone soon. Goodbye.
Cheers.